Going live, going live. Yeah. Okay. It's Thursday, 8 o'clock, which means it's time for my live. And today we will be talking about a kitchen hack for organization. A few of them actually. And one special person will be winning a prize today. For those of you who are new to my page, don't know me, my name is Alyssa Harrington and I am the creator of My Dilemma Is. And today's dilemma is, I shared a picture earlier of all of my thermoses, all of my mugs, all of my cups, that I just don't have space for. Like, I have a super tiny kitchen. It's a U shape. About 75% of my counter space and appliances, like my stove, my refrigerator, and my cabinet space. I do have okay cabinet space, but they're not really positioned in useful areas, if that makes sense. So, like, I like kitchens that are organized per. Have you guys seen the Modern Family episode where I think it was Cam moved in with Sophia and what's his name? What's the guy's name? But he moved in with Sophia and reorganized her kitchen, and his placement of things made sense. Like, okay, if the coffee is here, the filters are here. If you're cooking at the stove, your pots and pans are right next to it. And pretty much I'm like, oh my gosh, that's actually, like, I kind of thought about it, but I was like, never occurred to me to do it to my own house. So we are kind of like trying to find organization hacks, make things easier to find, easier to locate. For those of you who are getting ready to purchase a house or just bought a house, you know the struggle. When you first purchase a house, you put things where you think they should go, and then over the next year, you pretty much move everything around because you've lived in the space, and it makes more sense a different way, if you will. So basically, when you move into the house and you're reorganizing and stuff like that, you'll notice that you find better places for things. And so basically that's what I've done in my kitchen. And you can see, like, there's literally the cabinet space, super small. You can see my large, like, cake carriers I have to put on top of my cabinets because I literally have nowhere to put them. So that's something else that I'll probably be trying to figure out. Like, I want things to be accessible, easily accessible, but attractive. Like, I don't want people to walk in my kitchen and be like, oh my gosh, look at all the cups, everywhere. So with that, I have done some research, and I don't know about you guys, but I like to keep my tumblers and my mugs and, my travel drinks in the same area, but I keep my glasses, my formal glasses, and my everyday, dinnerware with my plates, my bowls, my saucers in a separate cabinet. So, but I only have like one cabinet so far that I've designated for my mugs, my tumblers, my thermoses, my shake bottles, etc. And I wanted to figure out how I can organize them in a way that makes sense for me, and also in a way that I can grab it. So here's what I did. All right, so I'll start showing you guys around a little bit. So I've tried to position my camera to where you could kind of see. And so this is my coffee maker right here with my coffee right next to it. So in that episode of Modern Family, in Cam's world, he would have had his filters and his mugs and everything else right here. So that's exactly what I was like, okay, that makes sense, so I'm going to do that. All right, so I'll kind of open it and give you a sneak peek. here's what we ended up doing. Yo, Brittany, how you doing? So I found these gems right here, and I had to remove a shelf in my cabinet, okay? Because I did have 2 shelves, but for my tumblers that are larger, they didn't fit. And I wanted to make sure that I kept the lids on and with them so that I can just grab them and it's all right there and I don't have to sift through anything in order to find the lid for my tumbler. So my tumblers, my canteens, my thermoses, my water bottles, all of that stuff, all of the really tall bottles, I put down here on the bottom with the removal of the shelf that I had right here. Okay, so then I found these wonderful little mug hangers. Okay, they're so cool. The mug hangers, and I will link everything that I've used in the comments after the live is finished so that you can find them if you really like them. So the mug holders come to where they just slip on the shelf, right? And you would think, okay, that's a lot of weight on these mug holders. So they come with a little sticky backing that has a screw that holds on to the back of this so that the weight does not distribute funny, okay? So it has about 6 hooks on it. But when you start putting the mugs in there, they're all kind of different sizes. It really makes sense to put 3, like you skip a hook, because they're really wide and close to each other, so I had to skip a hook. But I ended up having to go through all of my mugs, all of my thermoses, everything like that, and go doing almost like the Marie Kondo, like, okay, do I use this? Is this a mug I use all the time? Is this a water bottle I use all the time? If not, donate, get rid of it, or give it to somebody who may want it. All right, so it gives you the opportunity to organize, cleanse your soul a little bit, and also make sure that you can, put things where they should be. And so far, I really love it. It's been wonderful. Now, what I will say is that I did have 1 or 2 people say, yeah, that's a lot of bottles, that's a lot of, stuff like that. But they had more than I did. They had twice the amount because they may have kids. They have, bottles and, screw-on tops for your bottles and stuff like that. So they have twice the amount of bottles and thermoses and stuff like that than I did. Thank you, Brittany. I think it looks really nice too. And it just looks cleaner to me. And I don't have anything like hanging anywhere. I just have the mugs up here. And if I had excess, I have the top shelf that I can store if I wanted to. So basically, everything kind of fits perfectly right here. I have plenty of room. And the mugs, they hang there. They don't go anywhere. It's really nice. So basically, that is how I organize that cabinet. Like I said, I had people out there that were like, I have twice the amount of bottles that you do. I'm going to have to get some of those. They're cute. I will put the link in my description after my live, and I will, of all the things that I'm showing you tonight. Now, I did say that one special person was going to win a prize tonight, right? But they had to like my post and they had to tag me in it when they shared it. So I did have 4 people share my post, but only one of them tagged me in it. So if you shared my post, please let me know while we continue talking, and I'll make sure that you are entered into one of the drawings. When you're popping on, go ahead and say hey, because I like saying hey to you guys. I like talking to you guys. All right, so hey Jessica. So like I was showing everybody, I'm seeing that a few more people are coming on. So we were having the issue with organizing our cabinet because we had so many thermoses and bottles and stuff like that. Small kitchen, not a lot of space in here. Okay, small counter. Hey Penny. Small counter space, a lot of appliances. So I didn't want my bottles and stuff on on my counter, and I don't want them out in plain sight. I want them to be kind of behind a closed door. But I also, like I was showing everybody earlier, you could see I have such little space in here that I have my cake pans on top of my cabinet. Or not my pans, my cake carriers on top of, because I don't have room. And that's something else that I'm going to figure out too. So, tiny house living over here is what it feels like. Our house is literally like just over 1,000 square feet. It's not a lot. So our kitchen is naturally not that big. Not a lot of storage. So we have to kind of figure out ways to work with it. All right, so these guys, the mug holders, they work wonderfully. David installed them for me, and he's such a trooper, y'all. Such a trooper. And then I can fit all of my really tall bottles and thermoses and everything like that down here. My tumblers, they fit perfectly. And if you have too many, you can kind of, like I said, do the Marie Kondo. Do you like it? Do you use it? Do you really, like, there were water bottles that I hadn't touched in years that I just was like, nah, they're old. They've been washed a bunch of times. They don't really, you know, I'm not going to use them again. Donate. Get rid of them, you know, take them to the Goodwill, something like that. Or if you don't like the Goodwill, you can ask a neighbor, whatever you got to do. Okay, so with that being said, thanks, Lauren. I also have used these little carriers that slip on a shelf that give you excess room in your cabinets. Well, let me show you. Okay, so these guys, I'm sure you've seen them before. I bought these about a year ago. I have like 3 of them. And one of them hung in this cabinet too. So this guy, if you wanted to maximize some more space in your cabinets that aren't really being used because you've got plates, and then what goes in that space? You have extra space that you're really not using. So you stick these guys underneath of that, right? And you can store spices. You can store, like I stored my Sweet and Low and my True Lemon on it. You can store, I've even like put plates on it in my plate cabinet. Like you can put, I put like the little saucers. Now the one that I have in that cabinet has napkins. So the napkins are easily accessible. You can put like bowls, anything. Like they're pretty sturdy. Where did the coffee things come from? Those came from Amazon, and I will put the link in the comments below when my live is finished so that you know which ones that I got, because they're really cool. They have the sticky ends that kind of hold up the back end of the mug holder so that the weight is evenly distributed so that they don't sag, if you will. So yeah, it's really cool. So these guys are really cool. In one cabinet, I have them holding my spices. In the other cabinet, they are holding my napkins. In this cabinet, when it was hanging in there, it held my Sweet and Low and my True Lemon, and some like random lids that I had for bottles that I, you know, couldn't place. So that's the other thing. When you are organizing these cabinets and you are, you know, you've got the bug has bit you and you're really going through and organizing everything, solving problems I didn't know I had. See, maximize space. That is the biggest thing that I have had to learn since moving into this house. When David and I lived in Woodbridge, when we first got together, we had a 650 square foot apartment. It was literally tiny living. And it was just one big room that was quartered into 4 rooms. You can even hang the baskets on the doors. Great for things under the sink. Exactly. Exactly. So they have so many purposes, and they're very useful. And I don't know. I don't know why the organization bug bit me, but it did. And I just wanted to make sure that everything was within arm's reach, that I could just get it easily, and it looked nice. So it, you know, it makes me happy. It's something that makes me happy. I don't know why. So with that said, I had one person, and I'm going to explain what this prize is before I pick the winner. Okay, so one thing that I wanted to try out that I did read the measurements, but I was like, you know, maybe it's not as big as I think. Maybe it's a little smaller. But I found these guys. Coffee tumbler pantry storage hanger, right? So if you have a big pantry or a pantry with a nice sized door that you're not already using for something else, it's like a, you know, like the shoe holders that they make for your closets in your bedroom. But it holds tumblers, mugs, and everything like that. So it came with a pack of 2. So I was like, my cabinets, obviously, I thought it would fit, but it's not going to fit. It's really long. It's a lot longer than I thought, but it's meant to hold a lot. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a giveaway. I'm going to do a prize giveaway. And whoever, this would be awesome for the kids' cups, even snacks. Yes, especially snacks. And they can grab them on their own. You are exactly right. So whoever the lucky winner is going to have one of these shipped to their house from me to you as a present because I love you so much. That's what it is. So I just wanted to kind of pan over. Follow me here. Sorry, my little stand is getting a little stretched out. But I wanted to pan over to show you what it looks like. So here, let me switch it around a little bit. Anyway, I don't think that's going to work. Oh, here we go. Okay, so there you have it, right there. Super cool. So you put your cups, your snacks, your lids in here so that you don't have to hunt and peck for them. Kids' cups drive you insane. I can totally understand. Adult cups and lids drive me insane, Lauren, like you wouldn't believe. So it's really neat. It's got 2 little compartments that you can put your tumblers and stuff in. I need this. Was this on Amazon Find? Sorry, I'm late to the party. Yes, Rachel, it was an Amazon Find. And it's super cool. So I just hung it on the back of my pantry door so I can kind of show you what it looks like. It doesn't take up too much space. It's not super long, but it is pretty, you know, pretty long. So I thought it was pretty cool. Something that I can share with one of you, especially if, you know, you're trying to reorganize your life and you're trying to reorganize your kitchen if that's what you want to do, or you just want to give your kids some snack options that they can choose on their own. They can just grab them. Nifty, right? I thought so too. I hope everybody has had such a great day. It's been a Thursday. I will say that, but I was super excited to come live and talk to everybody. Yeah, so all our cups too. I love them all. So I can't downsize. Most are given to me and I adore them, so this is great, and yes, I need all the organization. Yes. So I wanted to announce the winner, but I'm afraid that I'm going to miss somebody because I had 4 people share my post, but they didn't tag me. Only 1 person tagged me. So really quick, I'll give you a few minutes and I'll kind of share something with you guys, and while we wait, then we'll see if anybody chimes in. But I kind of wanted to talk about something that I did at work today that was kind of cool. So at work, things have been crazy hectic. I'm sure you guys have the same thing, or at home with the kids. So I kind of wanted to do a team building activity that we'd never done a team building activity like this before, but I kind of wanted to talk and kind of bring the morale up a little bit, unify everybody, make everybody feel like a cohesive team. So let me grab the paper really quick and I'll tell you all about it. Okay, so I thought I brought the paper home, but I didn't. But anyway, I remember what it was. So basically everybody in the room, we had about 10 or 11 participants. Everybody in the room shut their eyes, and the one thing that they needed to focus on was think about your entire life. Your entire life. Rachel just tagged me in the post. She really wants it. Okay. And while you're closing your eyes, thinking about your entire life, pick out one thing, one moment where you felt the happiest or the most prideful, or it's like your favorite moment of your life. Okay? So once everybody kind of had a second to think about their greatest moment, their greatest memory, then it was to, okay, think about the best 30 seconds of your life that you would want to relive if you had the chance to relive it again? One of the best hacks. I do this with our travel mugs and tourist mugs. Great hack. Yes, it's a great hack. So basically, they had to think about their life, and they had to think about the greatest 30 seconds of their life that they would give anything in the world to relive again. And we went around the room, and you had to ask why, or what that moment was, and why it was special to them. And I'm telling you, we all, like, at one point I almost had tears in my eyes because of the way that, you know, they were speaking about their loved ones, their spouses, or an accomplishment that they had. And it was wonderful. And that was probably the greatest thing that I've done at work. I know it sounds stupid, but it was so heartfelt, and you could tell that everybody took it seriously. Like, I work with a lot of young guys, and I thought they would literally make a joke of it and laugh it off, and they thought about it, and they actually did it, and they were so happy to share that information with everybody, and that way everybody in the room was able to kind of connect a little bit on a personal level, and it was so heartwarming. I'm telling you right now, towards the end I had a tear in my eye because one of my coworkers that I'd like to think that we're decent friends, you know, he was speaking about his spouse, and you know, he just had a revelation, and it was like, you know, about her, and I know her, so it was beautiful. Like, I know it sounds so corny, and if they were to see this, they'd be like, oh my gosh, you're such a sap. But I was like, my heart was exploding. It was so sincere. Like, it was just so precious. And it made me look at them in a different light. I was like, you know, you're coworkers. You have lives. You are humans, okay? Everybody goes through their own struggles, and you never know what anybody is experiencing in their life or what they have experienced. So it was just one of those things, like, we all got a little picture into everybody's lives a little bit. And what was really sweet was, you know, I didn't want it to be about me, so I kind of kept mine. You know, I didn't participate in the beginning, and at the very end when I was trying to move on to the next subject, they all, thank you, Samara, that's really nice. But they all looked at me and was like, wait a second, you have to share yours. And it's like, I was like, oh my God. So I talked about, obviously, I mean, I've had a lot of wonderful things happen in my life, but as you know, I love my boo. So I had to talk about, and he's probably listening to me, I had to talk about when he proposed to me in National Harbor. And also the first time that we were in the Capitol wheel, like on our first date. I was like, if I could, it's so true, it's easy to forget at times, yeah. So, yeah, David, obviously, you know, and I don't want to tear up or anything like that, but David was obviously, you know, the 30 seconds I could relive again would be in that. It is, I love you, I know, Brittany, but there's so many great times that we had, I couldn't pick just one. So, and I'm not saying that David and I haven't, but, you know, he's my boo. He's my boo. I love him. And he probably thinks I'm really corny too, or he's sitting at his computer going, I knew she loved me. All right, so now that I've had a chance to kind of tell you about what we did at work, like I said, it was touching, it was wonderful, it was a great experience. Sisters before misters. David, Brittany said sisters before misters. He said, oh no. Okay, so now I got a notification. I've got 3 people that have shared, which are Lauren and Rachel and Taylor. Thank you for all the love. All right, so now Brittany Kern's got to be saying the same, right? You know, Brittany and I, we're sisters. You know, she knows she's right here. She's my A1. And she's going to make fun of me for saying that. But thank you guys so much for hanging with me. My favorite sisters ever. We are a little obnoxious, I'm not going to lie. All right, I have to draw for the winner. And should I announce it or should I post it? What do you think? Should I announce the winner or should I post the winner? of who gets to win this really cool coffee tumbler pantry storage. David, can you do me a favor?
Sure.
Can you pull up a random name generator and type in, it's David for me too, carrying him on my shoulders in the Fort Walton Beach Mall. That's, okay. You know what? Let's do this. While we're waiting for David to pull up the random name generator, I want each of you to comment the greatest 30 seconds of your life that you want to relive again. I really want to see what it is. I want to see what you say. I've talked enough about me and my coworkers. What would be the greatest 30 seconds that you would want to relive again? Robert, you got this. You've got my mind reeling right now. I want to know what everybody else would say. Thank you for sharing that, by the way. I love it. David, do you have up the name generator?
Not yet.
Okay.
Trying.
He's trying. I know that it's probably a lot to think about. It's a lot to type.
What's the name?
Okay, so enter Rachel. The 30 seconds after the doctor handed Garrett to me when he was born. I love that. It's such a precious moment, Samara. Like, I haven't had kids myself, so I know that that's just like life altering. Like, you created life. You created this being. You know what I mean? Like, I talk about my friend who just had a kid all the time. I was thinking I'll do 10 seconds 3 times. Yeah, Lauren, I can imagine. You can't just pick one. All right, the second one is Taylor. So, yeah, having a kid or children. I mean, obviously, if you have more than one, you can't just pick one. Ed and I's wedding day. I want to invite everyone now. Right? I remember that day very vividly, Brittany. I remember being walking down the aisle. I remember crying. My precious baby's being born. Exactly. And you, Samara, Rachel, all my mamas out there, you guys have some gorgeous kids. Gorgeous children, I must say. I'm very thankful to have people in my life who have such great kids. Who do you have so far? Taylor and Rachel? Lauren is my third. All right, so I have Taylor, Rachel, and Lauren. They are going to be entered into the prize drawing. Oh, that's a tough one. I think 30 seconds before my mom was diagnosed. We were all just laughing and having fun. It was a weird switchover, not to be too dramatic. Like, it really, I could see that. And I'm not going to cry, but I understand that. And that's a good one, Rachel. Okay, before I start bawling my eyes out because you guys are so awesome. All right, did you click the button? Okay. Right, Brittany, I'm like, I just want to hug you right now. Oh my God. Okay, I'm crying. Come hug me, Rachel. Like, I'm sitting here like, oh my God. Like, I could just imagine that moment, you know, just sitting there, everybody, like, before everything just changed, you know. The day that my great-grandmother passed at 99 years old. She was my best friend, and I'd love to go back and tell her everything I had for her in my heart. Don't you ruin this makeup. I'm telling y'all right now, like, I would never regret this moment, but I'm like, seriously, I'm a sap. I'm sorry. Like, this stuff seriously makes my heart flutter. Okay. So, David, who is my winner for this awesome coffee tumbler pantry storage?
The winner is Lauren.
Lauren is my winner. Lauren, you get this awesome, really cool Lisa Mahiri Casa. This is my gorgeous friend. You gotta watch it back. She's great. Oh, that's so nice. So okay, first of all, Brittany, I went to the eye doctor today, and we had a long talk about my teary eyes. And you want to know what he said? He did a very thorough examination of my eyeballs and said, your eyes do not stay lubricated for very long. Yes, so I cry at Kleenex commercials in my makeup area. Like, I don't know. Lately, it's just been want to know about people. I want to learn about all of you, and I really like engaging with everybody and learning about your lives. Congrats, Lauren. Coffee tumbler storage. So what I'm going to do is, if you wouldn't mind sending me a direct message with your address so that I can send you this awesome organizational storage tumbler set. And if you need more than one, I do have my second one that I can send also. You won something. You won something. Yay. Okay, I just realized that this little this little moose is hanging right behind me. You can't even. I can't either. I'm so excited. I'm so glad that you got it. It's wonderful. So, if you wouldn't mind sending me your address in a direct message, I will make sure to send this beautiful little gift to you so that you can organize your baby sippy cups and stuff like that and make life a little... So your eyes lubricate themselves, they be smart. They do. It's so weird. He was like, the lubrication is just not there. So he said that he gave me special eye drops to try. So I'll be using those and making sure that everything... So maybe I can wear winged eyeliner again. Wouldn't that be a day if I could wear winged eyeliner? I love all the love you guys are giving me right now, Brittany and Rachel. You guys are awesome. So, this has been an awesome live. Give the second to someone else. Should I do another drawing with everybody who's watching right now and send the second one? Should I? Can you do it again for me, David?
Yeah.
All right, I see. Comment hi if you're here so that I can put you into this drawing to send you the second pantry organizer. Comment hello or give me a thumbs up or something so I know you're here. So Lauren's got the first one. I see Taylor is here. Taylor is here. Taylor. Brittany is here. I see Rachel is here. I'll slow down. I'm sorry. Who do you have?
Taylor, Brittany, Rachel.
You have who?
Taylor, Brittany, Rachel.
Taylor, Brittany, and Rachel? Okay, Samara. Jessica. Oh, I have 9 people, and I can only see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Taylor, I got Taylor. She's here. She's letting me know that she's here. Yeah, you guys are loving it. I love it. It's awesome. All right. So, I have 7 people. Right, stop it. I just did this right now. I don't know what she just did. I don't want to miss anybody. I don't want to miss...
Brittany, Rachel, Samara,
Jessica. So I have 6 out of 8 people. If you're watching, say hi. So you... Oh, well, 7 because Lauren won. So I need 1 more person I'm missing. Who am I missing? Am I missing somebody? Cindy. Okay, Cindy. Thank you, Brittany. All right. Ladies and gents, hi, Cindy. Hey. Okay, I'm so glad you're here. All right, David, click the button.
Okay.
Do you have a name? All right, so the second person winning this awesome tumbler storage hanger is... Samara! Samara wins! Woo! How awesome. How awesome. So Samara, I got just... Samara, please send me your address in a direct message so that I can send you this beautiful... Woo! She said she's so excited. I'm excited too. And I'm really glad they're going to you guys so that you can use them. Congratulations, Samara and Lauren, for winning. Like I said, send me a message. I'll send them to you with a little thank you note for watching my live and participating and hanging in there with me while I talk about all the emotional things. And also my storage hacks. I was already looking on Amazon for it. I'm glad you didn't press purchase. I'm so glad. All right. So, thank you guys so much. Congratulations to you 2 beautiful people. And thank you to the rest of you lovely, lovely people for hanging with me tonight. I hope that you had a good time, and I will make sure to post the coffee mug hangers below, and also these little guys here, so that if you want them, they aren't that expensive. I think the coffee mug hangers were like $10 maybe, and I think these were like $6. They really aren't that expensive, but I will make sure that these go out to you guys tomorrow. Hey, I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. We had a good time. I always love these. So, I'm loving your lives. Thank you so much. All right. So, we will be going live next Thursday. And next Thursday, we will be talking about... what was it? I had something profound happening next Thursday that I wanted to share with everybody. I will have to get back to you on that. I think I was doing the waxing tutorial next Thursday. That's what I was doing. Just got in from Stephanie's. Taylor got her hair did. I get to go and see her on October 1st. I'm so excited. And that is Stephanie Knowles at the Babe Cave in Manassas. She is fantastic. I love her to death. And I'm not just saying that because she's a friend of mine or a friend of Taylor's. She really does great work. She's very careful. I have sensitive scalp. As we've talked about before, she's very careful. And she cuts my hair like nobody else. Oh, love her so much. She's awesome. She's so awesome. All right. So, Taylor, you'll have to send me pictures of your hair because I want to see it. Everybody else, I hope you have a wonderful night. Make sure to share, like my page, give me a heart, give me a like. And then I will see you guys next Thursday at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on My Dilemma Is. I'm Alyssa. Thank you guys so much. I'll talk to you later.